Hey everyone, when I was leaving TV news, I made you folks a promise that I would continue to share plant-based tips. So I thought, why not continue to create some of this content for you guys and start with giving you folks a tour of my tropical plant home.
And what better place to start than in the entranceway to my apartment here? You'll take a look around and you'll see plants just right from the get-go. In my kitchen, not a whole lot, but as you make your way over to my workspace, where I work from home now, you'll see some plants over there, including some philodendron right here, as well as some philodendron that I'm propagating. And over towards the kitchen up there, you'll see some more, let's say, philodendron, as well as some pothos as well. Now, this is a look towards my living room and towards my work area. I do have some other plants propagating in the wall, but in the living room is where you're going to find the most plants. You're looking at dracaenas, you're looking at bird of paradise, a neon pothos up there. All of these plants, many of which I've had for a long time, especially that dracaena right there, that tall one. Now, you'll notice a lot of plants up there on the wall above the TV. Those plants are mostly philodendron. Many different types and varieties, in fact. I have some of my orchids still in there that are blooming and doing just well. And as you take a look around, you'll see more and more plants. Those birds of paradise, in fact, I actually separated them. They were one giant plant that I had that I separated into three. But this is my favorite part by far, and it's above my TV. Now, as I was telling you, I have some philodendron that are growing inside there. Some Brazilian philodendron, some neon philodendron, and other regular ones growing inside Wally grow hangers. Down here, some calatheas. Look at that beautiful neon calathea. It is a prayer plant and is actually doing well. I had such bad luck with them before. My fiddle leaf fig is doing well too, and that's one that I had a struggle with from the get-go. But over here in this corner, that looks out towards Coors Field on the western side of the building, these are my more rare favorite plants. Now, you have the Philodendron plumania right there, which is really cool. That one grows in the ground, and same goes for the gloriosum right there. The Philodendron gloriosum, which just brought out a new leaf. That's a crawler as well. Most philodendron, a lot of them tend to climb. Now, this is my favorite plant so far. This is the Philodendron biliatii, and look at how big its leaf is compared to my hand. That thing continues to grow at such a fast rate, so much so, this leaf right here just popped out in the last week after growing another leaf. Now, over to the other side, I have some more philodendron. This one is incredibly rare. I just got this one, the Philodendron patriciae, and this one's a little expensive one that was difficult to come by, but I'm glad that I have it in my collection now because I've always wanted one. Their leaves can grow 2 to 3 feet long. My bird of paradise, as I was telling you, propagated, turned that into 3 different plants. Over there, string of hearts, string of pearls, all doing incredibly well. Some scindapsus, melanochrysum, as well as different varieties of more philodendron that I have above my couch. Now, a lot of these plants are just plants that I made myself by just propagating, including this monstera. I do love that pot, by the way, which I got at the plant room. But the monstera is such a big plant that I sliced it up and water propagated it, turned into that plant as well. Take a look at this right here, though. This is what's known as a mini monstera, which is actually a Rhaphidophora as the genus. But take a look at how tall this thing has grown. My ceilings are 20 feet high, and it's almost reached the top. I got that idea from Pinterest to have it climbed up. Now that's the living room, and into my bedroom, it is another jungle bungalow. So, I have a lot of plants in here, as you can tell, many of which are hanging from a bamboo pole. I got that idea from Pinterest as well. And I'm trying to do the same things here with a lot of the plants out there. Inside here, my Hoya collection. Up there, the Philodendron giganteum, because it's gigantic. That's its name. But above my bed, I do have a bunch of pothos, scindapsus, philodendron hanging from a bamboo pole, which I did get that idea again from Pinterest. And some other plants that I have along here are many of the ones that you saw out there, including some monstera, some philodendron, including a gigas inside that glass tank there, and then some other things like orchids, some succulents. That's another philodendron right there. That one's a very interesting one called like horseshoe philodendron. And then around here I just have some more plants just kind of scathing along the walls and hanging down above my bed, which I'm trying to create like a separate wall almost. And as you can see, just some more pothos, basically. And over here towards the western side, looking out towards Coors Field, are some of my more favorite plants, including some more monstera type plants, as well as many more philodendron, a green beauty there, and that is the Burl Marx Fantasy, one of my favorites. I keep the humidity really high, 65% for these plants because they really like it. Inside this tank here, that is one of my rarest plants that I had such trouble growing. That is the philodendron. Gosh, I'm blanking on its name. I'll just put it on the screen for you folks. But it is a very rare one to grow because it enjoys colder temperatures, but it needs high humidity. So back out here in my living room, you will see that this is my jungle oasis. And this is why I love working from home, being around all my plants, which I love so much.
Now that you folks have taken a tour of my home and seen some of the tropical plants that exist here, I'm going to start producing content that gives you care tips and also some additional advice on some of these plants. And I guarantee many of you have some of them at home. So keep on tuning in.